All right, boys and girls, today's lesson is lesson 2-10, and today we are going to work a little bit more with story problems, or some of our word problems, but we're going to think of the first step questions. I mean, the first part of it. What do we think? What are we looking for? But also, we're going to talk about the order of operations. Order of operations is when you have a bunch of numbers, when you have one big equation with no parentheses, such as, let's do 5 plus 3 plus 6 times 4 plus 2. You can get multiple answers for this. You can actually get just two. You can get two answers for this. So it's important to know what you do first. So the rule is to always do multiplication and division first before you do addition and subtraction. So I'm going to try this once with addition. I'm going to try this once doing it the wrong way. Okay, 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 6 more is 14. Then if I go times 4, I get 14 times 4 is 16 with a 1 up there, 56. So now I'm at 56 plus 2 equals 58. Okay, that's what happens when I do it the wrong way. Okay, so now I'm going to try doing it the right way. I'm going to do the multiplication first. So that gives me 24 in there. So now it's 5 plus 3 plus 24 plus 2. Now you can do it all the way across. 5 plus 3 is 8. 24 plus 8 is 32. Plus 2 is 34. So the real answer is 34. You get 56 when you do it wrong. So the right answer is to do the multiplication first. Okay, if it were division, you would do that first. And we're going to a lot of today's lesson has to do with that. So I want you to turn to the first page. On page 131, it says this exercise involves subtraction and multiplication. What do you get if you subtract first, then multiply? Well, if you subtract first, you get 10 minus 3 is 7, times 2 is 14. What do you do if you multiply first? What do you get if you multiply first? Well, if you multiply first, you get 3 times 2 is 6, then 10 minus 6 is 4. Okay, so let's read this little box below. To make sure everyone has the same answer to problems like this one, people, not me, not people we know, have decided that multiplication and division will be done before addition and subtraction, meaning it's done first. The answer you found in question 2 is correct. So this is the correct answer. If you want to tell people to add or subtract first, you must use parentheses. Okay? So if you want them to add or subtract first, you need to use the parentheses. I put parentheses around this just to kind of show you. But if you really want the person to subtract first, you do this. Okay? If you do not have these parentheses in there, then the order must be these two would go first. It has to. So if you're writing an equation and you really want it to be 14, you need to put those parentheses around the subtraction problem. Okay? Because 10 minus 3 is 7, and times 2 equals 14, if that's how you really want the answer to be. All right, so let's find the answers to 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Notice there are no parentheses in 3 and 5. There are in 4 and 6. So you know the rule. Yes, you do multiplication and division first before addition and subtraction when there are no parentheses. If there are parentheses, do that first. Okay, so number 3, there are no parentheses. So we're going to do 4 times 2 first to give me 8. Then 5 plus 8 equals 13. Number 4, there are parentheses, so I'm going to do that first. 9 minus 3 is 6 times 6 gives me 36. Number 5, 8 divided by 2 plus 2. No parentheses, but we know to do division and multiplication first. So we know 8 divided by 2 is 4 plus 2 will give me 6. Then here, parentheses, so you do the parentheses first. 8 minus 1 is 7, so 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, this one below says, rewrite each statement using symbols and numbers instead of words. It says add 4 and 3 and multiply the total by 8. So I want you to do 4 plus 3 times 8. But here's the thing. It says it wants you to multiply the total by 8. So that means you need to put parentheses around those first. because you need the total of 4 and 7 to multiply by 8. Next one says multiply 3 by 8, 3 times 8, and add 4 plus 4. This one you don't have to have parentheses first, or parentheses down here, because you know to do the multiplication first. So 3 times 8 is 24, plus 4 equals 28. And here we have 7 times 8 is 56. All right. So let's turn to the next page. I think this is good old Puzzle Penguin, and of course he's got himself into a bind here. So it says, Dear math students, today I found the answer to 6 plus 3 times 2. Here's how I found the answer. 6 plus 3 times 2, he did 6 plus 3 equals 9, times 2 equals 18. Is my answer correct? If not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. Okay, I want you to, in the box in number 9, I want you to write the answer to Puzzle Penguin. Is he correct? Is he not correct? Put in there yes or no and explain why. So I want you to pause and do that real quickly. Okay. Well, hopefully you said, Puzzle Penguin, what were you thinking? Because you know if there's no parentheses, you always do the multiplication and division first. So this should be 6 plus 3 times 2, which is 6, so it should equal 12. You did it wrong. You went right from the beginning and just said, hey, I'm just going to start adding right at the beginning. That's wrong, Mr. Puzzle Penguin. All right, so 10 through 12, or 10 through 17, I'm going to do 10 through 12, and then I'm going to have you do the rest. So I'm going to do 10 through 12, pause it, and then you'll do the rest. So 10 through 12, there are no parentheses. Because there are no parentheses, I'm going to do multiplication first. That gives me 15. So 4 plus 15 is 19. Number 11, there's no parentheses, so I'm going to do the division first. 10 divided by 2 equals 5, plus 3 is 8. Number 12, there are, once again, no parentheses, so I'm going to do the 9 divided by 3 first, which is 3. So then 12 minus 3 is 9. I'll do number 13 too. And now I'll let you do 13. So pause it, do the next 5 problems, and then unpause it. All right. So number 13, no parentheses, so you do the multiplication or division first. In this case, there's multiplication. So you have 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Minus 2 is 13. Here we have parentheses, so do that. 4 plus 3 is 7. Multiply by 5 is 35. Here we have 10 divided by 2 plus 3, but there's parentheses, so do that first. 2 plus 3 is 5, so 10 divided by 5 equals 2. And here we have 12 minus 9 divided by 3. We have parentheses, so 12 minus 9 is 3 divided by 3, and that equals 1. And here we have parentheses also, so we have 5 minus 2 is 3, so you have 3 times 3 equals 9. All right, so hopefully you're understanding that. If there's parentheses, do the parentheses first. It doesn't matter the order of operations when it comes to, well, that is kind of the order of operations, but if there's no parentheses, then you have to really think of the order of operations and say to yourself, okay, what do I do first? You do multiplication and division first, every time. All right, unless there's parentheses. All right, next page. We're just going to work on a couple here. I'm going to let you work on them on your own, and we're going to talk about it in a small group. So it says write the first step question to answer, then solve. First step question is what are they asking? Okay, what's the main thing they're asking? Okay, so number 18, it says, a roller coaster has 7 cars. Each car has 4 seats. If there were 3 empty seats, how many people were on the roller coaster? So the first step question is, you need to know how many seats are on the roller coaster. Okay, and you should know that that is 7 times 4, so it would equal 28. And now that you know that, it says how many people are on the roller coaster. You're going to do this 7 times 4 minus 3, because it says there were 3 empty seats. So that gives you 28 minus 3, which equals 25 people. Okay? Next one. Each week, Marta earns $10 babysitting. She always spends $3 and saves the rest. How much does she save in 8 weeks? So first you need to know how much she saves in 1 week. How much does Marta save in each week? That's what I should say. How much does Marta save each week? Okay, so how much does she save each week? It says that Marta earns $10 babysitting. She always spends $3. So she saves $7 each week. Because 10 minus 3 equals 7. So your equation would say 10 minus 3 times 8 for 8 weeks. So you'd have to put parentheses around this, because if you don't, then you would do 3 times 8 first, and that's not right. So 10 minus 3 is 7 times 8, which gives you $56. Okay, I want you to work on the next ones on your own. You probably don't have a whole lot of time. Do what you can. Then when we get to the small group, we'll definitely talk about this page and the next.